Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Are you taking doubts or continuing?
It all depends on what you people say.
So you kept the doubt lecture on Tuesday evening, right?
रखा है हमने
Yes, sir. Tomorrow evening.
tomorrow evening तो लिखना पड़ेगा मैं नहीं लिखा है Tuesday evening what time
So you said a long doubt lecture from 6 o'clock to till the doubts are over.
6 p.m.
Okay, sir.
So fine. In that case, we are going ahead with.
Magnetism.
You remember Biot-Savart law?
Yes.
Biot-Savart law का we found out magnetic field due to several current carrying wires.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now today's class will be tough because of 3D geometry. One second. Till where have we done? Okay. We found Biot-Savart law. Okay. Why are this strength less? Please leave a message in your group that it is a regular class continuation. They'll have to join. अब हर class में these people should need to be given invitation. Is that? Force between two parallel current carrying wires. Force between two parallel current carrying wires. When was our last lecture?
Saturday.
Did I upload that lecture on the YouTube? No, I think.
Yes, you have.
I have. Okay, great. Now, this is important. Pay attention to this. Force between two parallel current carrying wires. Force
Sir,
between.
sorry, you haven't. You haven't.
So you haven't.
I haven't, right? I'll upload it to the office place. I forgot to do that. Okay. Force between two parallel current carrying wires. This is the I1, this is the I2, the distance between them is D. This is I1, this is I2, distance between them is D. I want the force on this wire due to this wire. Because of this wire, can you tell me what will be the direction of magnetic field on the second wire? Because of this, both are infinitely long. Both are infinitely long. Infinitely long. Because of this, magnetic field here will be in which direction?
Into the board.
Great. Mu naught I1 by 2 pi d minus k cap. Now force on this wire will be I2 into L cross B minus K. Do you all agree with this? I2 into L cross B. L is in which direction? In the direction of current. I2 into L cross mu naught I1 by 2 pi d minus K. Force per unit length mu naught I1 I2 by 2 pi d. J cross minus K is minus I. So force on this will be in this direction, which I would have seen from Fleming's left-hand rule as well. D is inwards, I is upwards, force will be towards the left. Do calculate the force on the first wire due to the second wire. Force on first wire due to second wire. Take this down till here and calculate that. It may appear quite silly for you at this stage, but there is certain significance for it.
So what was I2?
What was I2?
So the magnetic field was because of I1, right? Mu naught I1 wala.
This is magnetic field due to the first wire at this particular point. It will be perpendicular to the board inwards, right hand thumb rule. The magnetic field here is because of the first wire.
Got it.
Done, sir.
Force on the first wire due to the second wire, I should be getting mu naught I1 I2 by 2 pi d I cap. I'll get it in this direction. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
You can directly see that as well. Because of the first wire, the magnetic field will be at, because of the second wire, magnetic field will be a dot. Mu naught I2 by 2 pi d. K cap. FBI. FBI. Force will be towards the right.
Done, sir.
Note. if the current is in the same direction for two wires, parallel wires, if the current is in the same direction for the two parallel wires, if the current is in the same direction for two parallel wires, they will attract each other. If the current is in the same direction for two parallel wires, they will attract each other. If the current is in the same direction for two parallel wires, they will attract each other. And if they are in opposite direction, they will repel each other. And if they are in opposite direction, they will repel each other. And if they are in opposite direction, they will repel each other. Is the note written by all?
Yes, sir.
No. Did I deal with one paradox for you where there is a wire in two springs? When you switch on the magnetic field, the springs will get compressed.
Yes, sir.
There we have given you the answer, but not the complete explanation. Even now, the answer will be told, not the complete explanation, just reminding you of it. Now listen carefully. This is a reasoning question asked by HCV. Two parallel wires, when they attract each other, their kinetic energy is increasing.
Yes.
Kinetic energy is increasing, work is being done
Yes, sir.
by
Battery.
the battery which is maintaining current. When the two wires attract each other, their kinetic energy increases, implies work is being done by the battery which is maintaining current. Magnetic field net work done will be zero. Will you prove that mathematically? Yes. Right? This is a reasoning question asked in HCV. When the two parallel wires attract each other, the increase in kinetic energy contributes to work done, which is done by the battery. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Keep this in your mind. At the right time, we will prove that mathematically. Right now, a very old JEE question. This is one wire which is fixed. There is another wire which is floating above it. Floating above that at a distance of d. Vertically above that, the two wires are like this. The other wire is above that at a distance of d. Right? Floating above that. Fine. When this is in equilibrium. This is in equilibrium. This is in equilibrium. Right? Once it is in equilibrium, I will suppress this by a distance of y. Y much lesser than d. When I suppress that, what happens?
Yes, sir.
The upper wire will perform.
Yes, sir.
Find time period of the oscillation. Find time period of oscillation.
Both wires will attract, right?
If it attracts, how will it float, you tell me? If both wires attract each other, how will the above wire be floating?
Yes.
Value of current not required. Direction of currents, you will have to take the judgment.
Copper wire has no current, right?
When this is floating in any,
This one.
Sir, mass per unit length of wire will come in answer. Sir, it will come in solution.
Solution में आएगा, आंसर में नहीं आएगा. क्या पूछ रहे हो तुम? You are playing with words.
Could you check the chat box?
तुम टाइप ऐसा किया कि not be able to understand this words. What will be the weight of this wire mg per unit length? This will be balanced by mu naught I1 I2 by 2 pi d. Force per unit length. That's why you took here also mg per unit length. They are in equilibrium. Agar this is floating, this condition must be met. These both should be equal. You have no choice. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Suppose I suppress it by a distance of y, the force in the upward direction. Mu naught I1 I2 by 2 pi d. 2 pi d minus y minus mg per unit length is mass per unit length into axle. Mu naught I1 I2 by 2 pi d minus 1. When I suppressed it by distance of y, force in the upward direction, here it will become d minus y minus this. Now, this was equal to this, right? Initially, I will write this equation mu naught I1 I2 by 2 pi d is mg per unit length. Take d to the numerator of the right hand side and replace this. Mu naught I1 I2 by 2 pi is mg d by L into d minus y. Do you agree with this? Mu naught I1 I2 by 2 pi is substituted from here. Mg d by L. M by L, M by L, M by L will get cancelled. G d minus y, d minus d plus y is equal to A. Right? A is equal to G by d into y, obviously with a negative sign, they are in opposite direction. Denominator में y is much smaller than d. Y is much smaller than d. So d is much greater than y, or left with d. These both got cancelled. I have y, g and y. What do you get omega as? Omega is under root g by d. Time period is 2 pi under root d by g. Technically, we didn't give you I1 and I2 in the question, so you cannot report your answer in terms of I1 and I2.
I2 is the opposite of I1, right?
They'll be in opposite directions, obviously. Only then it will be repulsive force.
So why didn't you write d minus y as d only initially?
Then LCM कैसा लोगे? These, when they are small quantities, you can neglect them when compared to the small quantity. Y will become negligible when compared to D. But LCM लेकर Y तो आना है numerator.
Right.
Can we rub the board?
So I just wanted to ask, if I take f as mu I1 I2 2 pi d into L and then take the SHM with whole of mg, other than the calculation, is there anything wrong with the method?
Nothing wrong.
Right. Yes, sir, done, sir.
This is infinite long wire and this is a finite wire PQ having current type. The length is L, the distance is D. The length is L, distance is D. Find the force on PQ due to the infinite long wire. Find force on PQ due to infinite long wire. Here magnetic field is varying. So usage of calculus cannot be avoided. Consider a small element dx at a distance of x. I have put the hint on the board.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Hmm.
Sir, we can take x from P also, no?
You can take, but this limits will be comfort in simplification. You can take x from p also. We don't have a problem. force on this small element will be I2 into L cross B. See if you are convinced with the first step. This will produce a magnetic field perpendicular to the board inwards. Right hand thumb rule. Magnetic lines of force will come this way and they go this way. I2 into L. L is dx. I cap. Magnetic field because of this will be perpendicularly inwards. First step, is it clear to all?
Yes, sir.
I2 into dx I cap cross. Because of this, the magnetic field is mu naught I1 by 2 pi x minus k cap. Integral df mu naught I1 I2 by 2 pi integral dx upon x I cross minus k j cap. Least value of x is d, maximum value of x is d plus l. Force is mu naught I1 I2 by 2 pi ln of d plus l by d. J cap, force is in the upward direction, which I could as well see F, B, I. Force will be in the upward direction along positive y-axis.
Done, sir.
Something important will be given as an information without the complete answer. You'll have to again keep this in your mind till I come there. Find the force on the infinite long wire due to this wire. Find the force on the infinite long wire due to the wire PQ. Force on infinite long wire due to PQ. Without solving, I can tell you the answer. एक बार देख लो आप without solving if you can tell me the answer.
Same.
Sir, whole thing but minus j cap.
I cap.
So it's not 0.
Zero.
0. Yes, sir. 0.
First question, how is it 0? Observe carefully. Because of this wire, above part magnetic field will be perpendicularly outwards. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Above part magnetic field will be perpendicularly outwards. Below part magnetic field will be perpendicularly inwards. Above part magnetic field will be perpendicularly outwards. Below part magnetic field will be perpendicularly inwards. Right?
Yes, sir.
Above part FBI, B is outwards, I is upwards. Force will come towards the right.
Yes.
FBI, force will come towards the right. Here force will come towards the left. Both will be equal in magnitude because from here till infinity, from here till infinity. So net force on the infinite long wire will become
Zero.
firstly zero का calculation समझ में आया?
Yes, sir.
Second question will be unanswered till we come to the right place to explain it. Newton's third law is failing us. Newton's third law is failing us here. If you people observe carefully, every action should have an equal and opposite reaction. Two parallel wires, it was working because of symmetry. Here it's failing us. In the bracket, you will write Newton's law is failing us here. Explanation will be given in the chapter EMI. I'll show you one more place where Newton's law will fail us. Right, as an example, you keep that in your mind. Explanation for that will be given in EMI. First of all, if a current carrying wire produces a magnetic field, a moving charged particle also produces a magnetic field. Do you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Magnetic field due to a moving charge. Very technically, I sometimes feel this is not there in your syllabus. For reasons that I'll explain. Due to a current carrying wire, what did you tell me magnetic field was? Mu naught I by 4 pi dl cross r upon r cube. This was Bad-Savart law. Yes or no?
Yes.
I will write as mu naught dq by dt. 4 pi dt dl cross r upon r cube. Am I permitted to write I as dq by dt? Say something.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
dl by dt will be velocity. Mu naught q by 4 pi v cross r upon r will be the magnetic field due to a charge q. If the charge is moving, dl by dt is v, integral dq is q, hence dv became v. Are you trying to tell me this is the magnetic field because of a moving charge? Yes. Direct application of Bad-Savart law, no big deal in it. We just replaced I with dq by dt. Right?
Yes, sir.
Now listen carefully. Q1 charge is moving in this direction with a velocity v1. Q2 charge is moving in this direction with a velocity v. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Magnetic force on Q2 due to Q1 and magnetic force on Q1 due to Q2 should be equal and opposite according to Newton's third law.
Yes.
Because of Q1, what will be the direction of magnetic field here? V cross R. V1 cross R. V1 cross R, it will be a dot outwards. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
V1 cross R will be dot outwards. So magnetic field here will be mu naught Q1 by 4 pi V R by R square, dot outwards is taken. So I can find out the force on it. Q2 into V2 I cap cross B K cap. If you are able to see that part of the board. Q2 into V2 cross B. Fine. Say something.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Magnetic field due to Q2 on Q1 is 0. Newton's law.
Sir, but we are not considering electric field, right?
नहीं, and force due to magnetic field ले लो, reaction due to electric field ले लो. मान लोगे आप अगर मैं करूंगा. I am taking force on this due to the magnetic field generated by this charge. Reaction if I take due to electrostatic, will you accept?
No, sir.
Long back, one student gave me an answer which shook the earth for me. I was shattered. But confidently, he told me, sir, Newton's laws were designed long before electromagnetism was generated. So Newton did not know electromagnetic laws. Is that explanation acceptable to you?
No, sir.
Okay. He said, sir, Newton when he wrote his laws, electromagnetism पैदा ही नहीं हुआ. So how will Newton's law satisfy electromagnetism? It took me 2-3 minutes to come out of the shock and answer him. Right? Newton's, when you are designing a law, it should be universal. It should be true always. Right? So there is something concrete we are missing, which need to be addressed, will be addressed in the chapter EM. This is another example where Newton's law is failing along with the previous one. By the way, this formula generally we don't use. You know why? JEE people never ask questions on it. The reason for this is this formula itself in 99% of the cases is not applicable. When velocity is much lesser, mu naught by 4 pi is 10 raised to minus 7. So this magnetic field generated is negligible. तो velocity ज़्यादा कर लो ना यार. जब ज़्यादा करोगे, this formula is not applicable. Relativistic corrections will come into the picture the moment velocity is comparable to speed of light. This mu naught by 4 pi is 10 raised to minus 7. Speed of light is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meters per second. So when V is comparable to C, there is significant magnetic field, but then this formula is not applicable. Relativistic corrections will be added to this. When V is lesser, magnetic field is insignificant. So practically speaking, this formula in 99% of the cases is of no use for us. When magnetic field is significant, formula itself is not applicable. Relativistic corrections need to be introduced. Vice versa, we don't need that magnetic field. So very technically, this formula is insignificant, but yet it does exist. In classical magnetism, this is one part. We are using this formula to explain altogether a different thing. Why is Newton's law failing us here? Will be explained. Make a note.
Sir, this is not in syllabus.
Slightly beyond your scope. I would say this is not in syllabus. But I gave another example to show that Newton's law is failing. Just consolidating our viewpoint.
The
I'll remind you people of something that we used previously once. I told you also we'll use this concept once in a while. When a charged particle enters a magnetic field, find x maximum. Do you remember that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Vx will become 0, but because we had a trouble using Vx, we took Vy to be the total speed of the particle. Now listen, this is a current carrying wire. A charged particle of charge q and mass m is projected with a velocity of u. This distance is d. Obviously, the particle will turn downwards. You are asking me for x minimum. Find x minimum. Will you try or should I discuss? I am waiting for it. Are you people trying the problem?
Yes, sir. Try.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Listen. What would be the force on the particle? This will be Q into V cross V. Vx I cap plus Vy j cap cross B, because of this wire, is minus K cap. First step, are you convinced?
Yes, sir.
Q into Vx I cap plus Vy j cap cross mu naught I by 2 pi x minus K cap. I substituted the value of magnetic field because of the infinite long wire at a distance of x. Mu naught I q Vx by 2 pi mx. Mu naught I q Vx by 2 pi mx. I am bringing even the mass of the particle to the denominator. Force divided by mass will be
Acceleration.
acceleration. I cross minus k. I cross minus k.
Sir,
ठीक है.
सो रहे हो यार सबके सब. Mu naught I q Vy by 2 pi mx. J cross minus k.
minus sir.
minus I cap will be the acceleration. If you people recollect, a technique was told to you at x minimum or x maximum, Vx will be 0. But I will not use Vx because I'll have a trouble with simplification. So I will use Vy. Total speed of the particle should be, you have projected this with a velocity of u. If it turns like this, Vx should become 0 means Vy should be equal to u. Do you recollect this?
Yes, sir.
So Vy, if I want to take, I will take the coefficient of this. Ay dVy by dt. This is dVy by dx into dx by dt. Should be equal to mu naught I q Vx by 2 pi mx. Dx by dt, Vx gets cancelled out. dVy is mu naught I q by 2 pi m dx by x. Integral of, when x is equal to d, what was Vy?
0. 0.
When x is equal to x minimum, Vy was minus u, it's in the downward direction. Find x minimum from this.
So shouldn't there be a negative sign since the dx is decreasing, but the distance from the wire is decreasing? So
Then
dx,
don't put minus u here. Instead of carrying that negative sign, I'm putting it directly in the limit.
okay, got it.
Now listen, for reasons that I don't understand, we have learned this technique. This is a standard which we will use in magnetics. I want Vx to be 0, but Vx is uncomfortable to calculate, so Vy will be the total speed of the particle, right? What HCV did is he solved using this. Ax, please observe this. dVx by dt will be minus of mu naught I q Vy by 2 pi mx. Are we okay till here?
Yes, sir.
dVx, Vx dVx by dx minus mu naught I q Vy by 2 pi mx. This is the trouble that we will face. If you want to eliminate Vy and you write this as dVx by dy into dy by d into dy by dt, dy by dt and Vy will get cancelled out. But what will you do with dy here and x here? You understand my point? Some of you may say when you have
Yes, sir.
Vy to the right, write it as Vy dVx by dy. Can I do this? You will say cancel out these both. But dy and x integral, then I should know the general equation of that path. It's a headache. So other alternative, I will write Vx and dx only. But then Vx and Vy you cannot cancel out. Hence you were taught this technique. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now what HCV want to show you people is like this. He writes this as minus Vy dVy upon dx is equal to minus mu naught I q Vy by 2 pi mx. He is writing this as minus Vy dVy. This and this will go negative, negative will go. dVy is equal to mu naught I q by 2 pi m dx upon x. Same thing. How did HCV replace Vx dVx with minus of d by dVy? Any idea?
1 second, sir.
Total speed of the particle will remain constant. U square is Vx square plus Vy square. 0 is 2Vx dVx less 2Vy dVy. Vx dVx is equal to minus of Vy dVy. Agreed?
Yes.
So if somebody is very keen on taking the x component and solving, you can, but you will have to go beating around the bush. Here you will get Vx dVx. From this logic, you will replace Vx dVx with minus Vy dVy. Negative, negative will go, Vy will go, and you will get back the same equation. Instead, we would suggest when you know that you will have trouble with Vx, go with Vy and put dvy by dx into dx by dt. These both will get cancelled out and directly you get x minimum. Is the logic clear to all?
Yes, sir.
Done, sir.
This is an infinite long wire and this is an infinite long plane. This distance is d, this breadth is b. This is a plate in the plane of the boat. This is a plate in the plane of the boat. This is the plate in the plane of the boat. Find the force between the infinite sheet and the infinite long wire, rather force per unit length. Find force per unit length between the two, infinite long plate and infinite long wire. One of your classmates sends me this. Newton's third law of wrapped and sent into the dustbin itself.
Who is the great person?
आपका क्लास का ही स्टूडेंट हो गया आपका?
Yes, sir.
This problem is relatively easy. Consider an element dx at a distance of x. Mu naught I1 I2 by b into dx. Unitary method 2 pi x. Unitary method, I found out current in this. I2 by b into dx upon 2 pi x. Least value of x is d, maximum value of x is d plus b. On similar lines, okay, can I have the board?
Yes.
On similar lines, this is a semicircular cylinder. This is a semicircular cylinder carrying current inwards. That means how is the cylinder placed? The cylinder is like this. Are you able to visualize this?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Current is perpendicular to the board inwards. Current goes perpendicular to the board inwards. Right? Let the total current in this be I2. Let the current here be I1. This is an infinite long wire at the center, perpendicular to the board outwards. Here the current is inwards. The radius is R. I am giving you the hint in the diagram itself. Radius is R. Find the force of interaction between the two infinite long structures. One infinite long structure is a wire. The other infinite long structure is a semicircular cylinder, perpendicular to the board inwards. Here current is in the direction of a dot. Here current is in the direction of cross. That means perpendicular to the board inwards. Find the force of interaction between them.
Sir, in the previous question, why had you put an integral sign on df by L as well? Like we can integrate the RHS and then just divide it by P to get our answer, right?
What we are calculating also is for a thin element, right? Force per unit length ही calculate कर रहे हैं हम लोग. Right hand side में जो strip लिया था उसमें एक thin element लिया. तो
Yes, sir.
force between the two कौन सा formula use किया आपने? Mu naught I1 I2 by 2 pi x.
Yes,
That is
sir.
for force per unit length. It
Yes,
is
sir.
not force. It is force per unit.
Okay, okay. Understood, sir.
Done, sir.
Sir, can you explain the question once again?
This is a semicircular cylinder perpendicular to the board inwards with current going inwards. This is a infinite long wire perpendicular to the board outwards. Semi-cylinder with current going inwards. Here current in the infinite long wire is coming outwards.
Understood.
Find the force between them. What will be the current in this part of the wire? I2 by pi r into r d theta. Unitary method. Force between them, force per unit length is mu naught I1, I2 2 by pi r into r d theta by 2 pi r. Mu naught I1 I2 by 2 pi x will be the force per unit length. Theta you are going from 0 to pi. Force per unit length mu naught I1 I2 by 2 pi r integral d theta 0 to pi.
Sir, you're missing one pi.
Pi square.
Yes.
Problem in this subtopic comes when they give you a three-dimensional diagram only. Other than that, magnetics you will never have a problem. The moment they make it three-dimensional, the trouble starts because 3D geometry walks in. Like, I will give a very simple example. Can I rub the board?
So one second.
Do you people remember the formula for magnetic field due to a finite wire? This is alpha, this is beta. Magnetic field will be mu naught I by 4 pi d sin alpha plus sin beta. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Somebody is turning their pages. To be Banda is turning the pages after the class, stand upside down for half an hour. Find the magnetic field due to a square loop along the axis at a distance of x. This is I. Square loop of side A. Square loop of edge length A. At a distance of x. At a distance of x, we need the magnetic field. Find the magnetic field at O. Find magnetic field at O. Will you try or should I discuss?
We'll try.
We'll try.
The game is about 3D geometry, not the physics behind. Physics behind is fixed. Single finite wire car. Right? All of the game is geometry.
sir. In the previous question, wasn't the field radially outward? So didn't we forget a cos sine theta?
Yes, sir.
Field.
Yeah, it was radially outward, right?
I took force between two wires.
Yes, sir, but the direction
If I have two wires this way, what is the force between them?
outwards, if they're in the same direction. So I'm asking in the previous question with the semicircle.
Will you answer my question? If there are two wires, what is the force between them?
Yes, sir, sorry, the
parallel-
screen was freezed.
आप इस सवाल का
Yes,
जवाब देंगे म्यू नॉट I1 I2 by 2 pi d is force per unit length. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
No. In the previous question, मैंने field दिया ही नहीं. This is the semicircular cylinder. This is a dot. I consider a small cross. This is a wire. This is a wire. Distance is r.
Sir, and the force will be radially outwards, right?
Force will be outwards. Repulsion.
So the direction of the force is varying, so we have to take the component, right?
Pardon?
Component direction will lean like upwards. So we forgot a sine theta.
Oh, you mean to say this is theta, this is d theta, this is df. Make one correction in the previous state. They are right. This is df sine theta. We forgot the sine theta in that. We integrated df directly. I can integrate vectors only if they are in the same direction. You're right. Have a look at this. This is a dot, this is a cross. So force will be radially outwards. This force ka horizontal component is df cos theta. So I'll have to integrate df sin theta, force per unit length. For df of force per unit length. Right? How much will this be? Mu naught I1 I2 by pi r into r d theta divided by r square into sin theta. I forgot this sin theta in the previous case. 0 to pi. Make the correction in the previous example, all of you. I forgot to resolve this and cancel out df cos theta. I directly integrated d of force per unit length. Make the correction. Integral sin theta cos theta, sin theta d theta will be minus of cos theta. Is that clear to all?
Yes, sir.
Can I rub the board? Can I rub this part of the board?
Yes, sir.
Hint for this. Have a look at this. If I calculate the field due to this one single wire, because of the other three wires, you will be able to do it. Keep saying something.
Yes, sir.
Observe the diagram carefully. If this is alpha, this is beta, yes or no? This is B. This distance will be A by 2. magnetic field here, this wire, I'll draw it as a cross. This wire, I am seeing it from this side. So it will be a cross.
Yes, sir.
Keeping this at the center, I want the magnetic field here. I'll give you the hint. Please observe this carefully. Keeping this at the center, right? This is the wire which is a cross. What will this distance be? What will this distance be?
A by 2.
A by 2, right? This is B. So magnetic field will be in this direction. I have given you the hint on the board. It is a game of 3D geometry. From X and A by 2, I will get D. From X and A by 2, I will get D. Once I get D, I know how to calculate the magnetic field. Magnetic field here will be mu naught I by 4 pi D sine alpha plus sine beta. This is magnetic field. It will come this way. This magnetic field perpendicular to D. All the vertical components of the magnetic field will cancel out. Horizontal components will add up. If you can resolve B along this direction, multiply that with 4, that's your answer. If you can resolve B along the axis, multiply that with 4, that will be your answer for whole of the square loop.
Sir, could you please explain the direction again?
This is the current carrying wire. So if I am seeing from this side, we can consider the current carrying wire to be this way.
Yes, sir.
If the square loop is kept this way, if I am seeing from the side that you are seeing, the current carrying wire is going into the board.
Yes, sir.
So because of that, you will have magnetic field lines like this.
Yes, sir. Got it. Thank you.
This one single wire ka, this is the magnetic field line, perpendicular. This distance will be A by 2. This is A by 2, this is X, I get D. Substitute D here in sine alpha, sine beta. This in the horizontal direction, 4 times is my answer. We will solve a few more 3D structures in the next class. That needs little bit of a practice and visualization. This was the simplest as far as the 3D structures are concerned. So tomorrow evening we'll be meeting for the doubt lecture. When is the next lecture? General lecture in general.
Sir, I think tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yes, sir. 7:30 to 9:30.
Okay, perfect. So see you people in tomorrow's class. We'll continue with these 3D structures in tomorrow's class. Good day. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Bye, sir.
you.